You're building a golf simulator, maybe you're making some upgrades to your setup. There's a million options out there. Black Friday / the 2025 holidays are coming up. There are a lot of good deals, but that doesn't always mean that sales are good deals. My name is Sandro, this is my channel, and this is really my experiences over the last year and a half with my golf simulator. I started out with as budget as I could get, upgraded along the way. We've got a lot of different tech here. So if you're shopping for yourself or you're shopping for someone else, I've compiled a list of pretty much all of the different golf simulator components that I can personally recommend and ones I've seen actively talked about in the community. We're going to talk about different launch monitors, indoor, outdoor, best for game improvement, best for simulation. We're going to talk about projectors. We're going to talk about hitting strips, impact screens, full enclosures, and PCs to run your simulation software. I'll tell you if it's a budget or premium option. I'll tell you if I've tried it here on the channel, and if I did, there's probably going to be a link to it in the description with my video. I'll let you know if each item is on sale or if you should be looking for sales. I will give you a few of my top picks in this entire list. If you have any questions about anything whatsoever, let me know down in the comments. I try to answer every single comment, and my community is pretty active and they should help you out as well. But if you're trying to build a golf simulator and you have budget in mind whatsoever, this is the place for you. So thank you so much for being here. Let's get right into it. All right, let's start with launch monitors. And there's a million of them out there, and really it depends on your use case. So first things first, we're gonna start with indoor simulation launch monitors. There are dozens of options out there. Starting out with one of my top picks right off the bat is the Square Golf launch monitor. This is the most budget camera-based launch monitor at $700. I do not think that this is going to go on sale for the holidays because they're really squeezing everything out of this unit. This is very impressive. It's camera-based. It's got ball and club data, no subscription. You can play your favorite softwares, GSPro, without an additional subscription. They have built-in courses, a mobile app, and it's only $700. Did I mention that? I use this myself. It does short game extremely well, chipping, putting. You're gonna love this one. Second one is one there is almost no information out there about, but it is unique because it is from Uneekor and it is the iMini Core. So Uneekor makes an iMini Lite launch monitor. You may have heard of these two. They are very popular, extremely accurate ball and club data, impact cameras. One is an outdoor and indoor model, and one is indoor only. They now have the iMini Core, which is almost unheard of. It's brand new. It's an Amazon exclusive, so you won't find much information out there about it. It retails for $1,500, and it's ball only, and there's no impact camera, but they are apparently adding some of those upgrade packages in the future, and it is currently on a massive sale. Prices are subject to change at any time, but there's a $500 discount, bringing this down to $1,000 for a camera-based launch monitor. You got to check that one out. Another one I'm really excited about is the new Spica 3 from GolfJoy. This is another very new unit, extremely accurate, 3-camera design, similar to like a Foresight GC3, which is pretty much the gold standard for launch monitors. Everyone tests the accuracy of their launch monitors against a GC3. The Spica 3 is going to be very close to that, coming in at just over $3,000. There are some big coupon codes out there right now that bring it down to about $2,400, so I'll try to link one of those in the description. The Spica 3 has 27 data points, an impact camera. You can bring it outside, and it is a no subscription model for third-party applications, which means you can play GSPro for no additional cost. I'm really excited about this one, and I hope I can get my hands on one soon. Lastly, in the simulation category, we have the Garmin R50. Now, I haven't tested this one myself, but it is a pretty unique item. This is an all-in-one golf simulator. It's basically a computer that runs the golf simulation software right there on the launch monitor. It has a 10-inch screen. It weighs 9 pounds, so it's a big unit. Set it down right in front of you, hit some balls, look down at the unit, you can see all your data, and it's got Home Tee Hero, which is going to give you 43,000 real-life courses, ball and club data, and an impact camera. It's a pretty impressive and very unique all-in-one launch monitor for simulation. Now, if you're looking for game improvement, I actually own 2 of these launch monitors because I'm always trying to get better myself, and these also support simulation. We have the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro. This is one of the units I've owned the longest, and I absolutely love it. It has a great app for improvement. It records all your data, all your shots. You can look back on them months later from your phone. It's primarily a mobile device, but they have some changes coming soon. It's got a shot camera and an impact camera, so you can review all of those. It saves 10,000 shots, but having that visual feedback is like having a coach standing over your shoulder. I absolutely love this device. Even in an indoor setting. It uses special RPT pattern balls, which is going to give you very accurate spin metrics. It is a radar-based unit, so it has to sit behind the ball, but you're gonna get some very accurate readings with this unit. Next up, we have the MLM2 Pro's #1 competitor. It is new on the market. It's the FlightScope Mevo Gen 2. This is another radar-based unit, but it still performs pretty well with limited flight. This is extremely accurate and goes a little bit more into depth than the MLM2 Pro does. Now, it doesn't come with some of the advanced features like club data out of the box, but FlightScope just announced their release of the Pro package and face impact location, and that's an add-on. That's going to be $1,500 additionally. It's on sale right now for $850 in total, or you can just get face impact location for $299, or you can get just the Pro package with all these parameters for $599. All the data you get with this plus the face impact location, I think is going to make this one of the best game improvement launch monitors out there. All right, now for outdoor launch monitors, the #1 budget unit, I'm gonna have to give to the Garmin R10. This is one of the cheapest full simulation launch monitors out there on the market because you can eventually run this as a full setup, and I have tried it myself. Indoors, I think it's just so-so, but outdoors, since it's able to track the ball, it's another radar-based unit, you actually get some pretty accurate results. It's got a really nice mobile app. It's got simulation for driving ranges, stat tracking, a bunch of other features, tournaments, access to Home T Hero, just like the Garmin R50, no subscription to run third-party applications, so if you do want to turn this into a simulator down the road, you can definitely do that, and definitely on a budget. My second option, we've actually already just talked about, is the Mevo Gen 2. The Mevo Gen 2 performs really well outdoors, and it actually shows you a calculated spin metric, which the Rapsodo will not do without the special pattern balls. So if you're hitting on a driving range, it won't show spin metrics, which is kind of my #1 downside to using it outdoors. So you might really like the Mevo Gen 2 as an outdoor unit. You can't really beat it for the price. And keep in mind that although there might not be a deal specifically going on for this at the moment, this is a new unit and they plan on raising the price. Right now it's at $1,299 and it's going to be going up to $1,500 at some point. They're slowly increasing the price on this unit. So get in now while it's still cheap. It's going to be a great outdoor improvement unit. Now, of course, for outdoor launch monitors, there are going to be other more premium options, but I want to give you the best value ones in my opinion. And for most golfers, even Scratcher Plus handicaps, the Mevo Gen 2 is going to get the job done. Up next, projectors. And I've tried pretty much every single kind of projector that you might think about getting out there. I've tried several of the cheap Amazon ones, and I just have to say, please do not go the cheap route. They will break, okay? They'll break, it'll be a waste of money. Spend even a couple $100 on them, a few $100. It's not worth it. Go with a reputable brand. Now, if your budget is under $1,000, what I would recommend is go eBay. That's what I did. I got a really good used projector, but you know, there's some caveats with that, and that is not as easy to set up, might not look perfect. You might not get the perfect projector for your needs. My last video talked about the BenQ Ace series, and BenQ was fortunate enough to send me 3 different projectors to try, sample, so I can make reviews on. BenQ designed the Ace series, which is specific for golf simulators. All of these are going to make for the best golf simulation experience for you. Easy setup. They're all laser or LED projectors, so you're going to get 20,000 plus hours out of them. Rec 709 colors with BenQ's golf mode, so you're going to get the most vivid, true golf simulation colors. And I got to attest to those. They're the most beautiful colors I've seen. But there's 5 projectors in this series, and my absolute top pick and my favorite projector is the BenQ AK700 ST. This is a 4K laser 4,000 lumen projector with a 3,000,000:1 contrast ratio. It's a short throw projector with a 0.69 to 0.83 throw ratio, I believe. You can keep it out of your way. It's got all the digital adjustments you need to corner fit, keystone, pretty much everything you need. This is a perfect 4K, beautiful golf simulation experience projector. But not only that, it's extremely versatile, making it really good for movies, gaming with a low input lag. This is the only projector you'd need. Now that's obviously the premium experience, but BenQ also has 2 other projectors, one step down from that, and that's the AH700 ST and the AH500 ST. These projectors basically max out your settings at 1080p. If you want the best HD experience in your golf simulator, which is pretty much the standard, you're going to want to go with one of these projectors. Now, the main difference between these 2 projectors is that the AH500 ST is a very short throw projector with a 0.5 throw ratio, and so you can use it as a floor mount You can use it as mounted, of course, or you can put it on a tripod, no big deal. But these are also laser projectors, 4,000 lumens, like I said, a full 1080p. They've got all your digital adjustments. These are making it so easy for you to get set up. They also have a couple of budget models, which are really good. I've tested out the AH30ST, which is a 3,000 lumen model. This is at 1080p. It is definitely a more budget option, but it's got all the essential golf simulation setup features, the digital adjustments that you need, the beautiful colors. They are so nice. Same colors with all of these projectors. So you're definitely going to want to check out this series if you're looking for a golf simulation specific projector. Trust me, learn from my mistakes. You try to get something else because you want to save a little bit of money, and it's going to be a headache, and you're going to be buying another projector in the long run. But if you really don't have the budget for the best, most recent technology with projectors, check out eBay. You really can't go wrong. Up next, we have hitting strips. I won't necessarily talk about hitting mats, and that's because your stance mat isn't the most important thing. You should build your flooring around your hitting strip because that is the most important for injury prevention, for the best simulation experience. You need to have a good quality hitting mat. Strip, excuse me. You don't want a cheap mat because your club is going to bounce. You don't want anything that is so cheap in the other direction where it's just grabbing your club so hard that you're getting injured. And if you're really looking for something that's for injury prevention, and I'm really excited to be reviewing this soon, check out these hitting strips from Bullseye. They have the Bullseye 3D and the Bullseye Soft Strike. These are still going to give you that feedback. You can hit down on the ball and your club is going to go through the turf. You'll still get that feedback if you're going to hit heavy shots, but it's not so grabby that you're going to get joint pain over time. Hopefully. I'm really excited for these strips. Next up is a personal recommendation. I've reviewed it on the channel, the Matzilla by USA Turf Pros. 100% nylon. It is thick. It is grabby in the sense that it punishes your fat shots, but you can still get through it. If you want something that feels good under your feet, just get the full mat. That's what I did, and I really love it. If you're really looking to get better at golf, improve your strike, this is a fantastic hitting surface. They sell hitting strips as well, but I love the mat under my feet, so that's why I picked that one up. And if you really want the easiest mat to hit on, great for beginners or just to avoid injury, go Fiberbuilt. Their grass series is nylon fibers. They're all sticking straight up in the air, and they're really made for the ball to almost sit up a little bit, and you can get through it with almost no resistance. They're going to be the easiest to hit off of. Very durable. They're nylon with a UV coating on them. They're definitely a premium, but they're raved about everywhere online. Quickly, I'm going to mention impact screens. Guys, there are so many premium impact screens out there, and there's so many cheap options. I've tried, I think, 6 different cheap options now, different ones all over Amazon, whatever. The best one I've gotten, because I like to do things on a budget, is from Temu. This impact screen is incredible. They've got a bunch of different sizes, grommets all the way around it. This is a triple layer sound reducing impact screen. The problem with a lot of budget screens is they're so loud. Hitting in your garage, hitting anywhere near your house, you're gonna annoy your neighbors, you're gonna annoy your sleeping kids. Had that experience myself. This Temu screen sounds like you're hitting into a pillow. I've got a full review, couple on my channel, and everybody who's gotten it has given me some really good feedback on this impact screen. Check it out and you'll save yourself a lot of money in the budget, but you're still getting premium options. Now, you're probably gonna be saving yourself a few $100 over really more premium impact screens that other companies are charging. There's no reason to spend $500-600 in my personal opinion. If there's a size that works for you, I would check this out first, and you'll be happy, trust me. Full enclosures, there's a ton of them out there. So many different brands sell them, different dimensions, different materials. Really, they're all very similar, but Play Better, who I'm already partnered with, I'm an affiliate, they're doing $500 off a Sim Studio plus any launch monitor. You could save a pretty good amount of money buying one of their pre-built setups if you don't want to go through the hassle of figuring everything out yourself. It's a lot of research. I spent a lot of time doing all this stuff, trust me. Want to make it easy? You want to just buy a full enclosure? Check out those. I'll have those linked in the description as well. Lastly, I want to talk about PCs because if you're running a simulation software, you're probably going to need a PC. Now, quick warning though, you're shopping on Amazon, you got to be careful of these deals. I'll be honest, there's a lot of outdated PCs, PC parts on there, and what you think might be a good deal may not be a good deal. So if you're not PC savvy, please ask me or anybody or ChatGPT and get your questions answered on whether it will be a good PC for you or not. So I've got 3 recommendations. If you're running a full 4K simulation software, you're probably going to need something with, I'd say to be safe, a 4070 Super Graphics card. That will future-proof you for at least several years, and there's some pretty good deals out there. This PC is very similar to the one I have. It just only has 16 gigabytes of RAM versus the 32 that I'm running, and slightly different parts here and there, but a really good deal as far as Amazon goes. You should definitely be able to run 4K with any software. If you're running multiple softwares at the same time, that's going to be a great PC. Now, there's obviously even more premium options, but I'm always looking for the best budget deals out there. My second recommendation is going to be this PC right here. This is going to allow you to do 1080p on a pretty good budget as well. It's got an RTX 4060, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Most softwares are going to be just fine at 1080p with this PC. And lastly, if you really don't have the budget and you want to go with the cheapest that you can, I run GSPro software, which is a fantastic simulation software, but all these courses are getting better and more demanding, and so you're going to need at least this PC right here for a good experience. Otherwise, if you run something without a dedicated graphics card or it's just old and outdated, it's going to lag, it's going to skip, the software is going to close on you in the middle of your round. You do not want that. Don't cheap out too much. But I have had a good experience with the brand who sells these, SkyTrak, in the past, so you can also check out their website to see what new PCs they have. These are all the models from last year, I believe, that they're discounting, and they're really good deals for some pretty good PCs. There's probably more I'm forgetting, but it took me a while to put this together and do my own research, and if you're doing your own research, then you know how this can just drive you crazy, just constantly going back and forth, looking at this, looking at that. And this was kind of just a brief overview, so if you have questions specifically, on launch monitors, because there's so much to consider, what data, the subscriptions, the softwares out there, and all those requirements, please, like I said, let me know in my comments, make a post on my community, send me a message, and I will help you out to the best of my ability. If you shop any of the links in the description, well, not all of them, but some of them are affiliate links, so doing so will support the channel. You'll see discount codes if there are any of them, and there are some stackable ones in there, so keep that in mind with these deals, that there are going to be even more deals. And I want to give one more shout out to Eagles and Birdies. It's a flyover YouTube channel. They do flyovers for different golf simulation softwares, and it's kind of cool. You can get a first look at maybe what you're getting into. A lot of great resources out there, and my channel aims to share all of that with all of my supporters. So thank you so much for being here. Hopefully this can help you get your holiday shopping done, or save you some time on research. Thanks so much, guys, and I will see you soon.